Meanwhile, Mbalula added that the Minister of Defence Angie Motshekga will brief the country on what really happened in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Mbalula also called on the United Nations Security Council to act on the attacks of its peacekeepers. Clashes with M23 rebels in the eastern DRC have left at least 13 South African soldiers dead. Addressing the media on the outcomes of the Lekgotla Mbalula stated that President Cyril Ramaphosa will take the country into his confidence and address in detail what took place during the clashes with M23 soldiers. He also added that the president of the DRC, Félix Tshisekedi, was speaking to other leaders to negotiate a ceasefire.
The ANC extends its condolences to the families of the South African National Defence Force soldiers who tragically lost their lives in the Democratic Republic of Congo as part of the United Nations mission deployed in the eastern DRC. These brave men and women paid the ultimate price in their service to peace and security on the African continent. The ANC salutes their courage, dedication, and sacrifice in the fight for peace and stability. Our thoughts and prayers are with their families during this difficult time, and we wish a swift recovery to those injured in the attack. As a nation, we stand together in support of the SANDF and the families who have lost loved ones in this incident. In line with the United Nations and the African Union resolutions and protocols on peacekeeping, we call on the United Nations Security Council to act on the attacks against UN peacekeepers and the violation of the fundamental principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity enshrined in the UN Charter. To this end, we have been made aware that the President of the country have been engaged with different presidents in the region to discuss, among others, ceasefire and also the Troika meeting that must take place before end of the week. And to this extent, the Ministry of Defense and the Minister tomorrow will brief the nation in terms of the details of what happened, that we lost about 13 soldiers in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We are aware that there's been sweeping statements in the public domain and some very much uninformed. And in this instance, it is important that government must deal with this matter. We act with utmost sensitivity on this issue because it is only the Defence Force that must lead in informing the families of the deceased in this regard.